Hindi
Sorry,
yata na.
hindi pa. Alright, sorry. At least, no, start pa lang. Alright. Anong tawag dito? Future, forward, and options contract. For me na ito ay discuss ni Miss EK. That's your?
Forex
That's with
po.
letter D. Forex. That's your. It starts with letter D.
Derivatives.
Very good. That's
Derivatives.
derivatives, di ba? Future, forward, and options. No? And debt and equity is basically your long-term investment. Okay? All right. And also, who are the major players no in this market? Sino yung mga major player no in this market? No, you have institutional players and investors. So let's say si Julian no gusto niya mag-invest in one particular field no. Siya ay investors, 'di ba? Pupunta siya si Lian as a company na gusto niyang i-invest. Meaning si Julia is a investor. Okay? Uh, meron siyang kakayahan to read the FS, right? Investment bankers and also the underwriters are all the major players. No? Why? Because bankers, yung BPI, Banco de Oro, Metrobank, no? They are all bankers because basically what they do is they lend, 'di ba? Ipapahiram sila ng money kung kailangan nyo ng money. Of course, with the interest. Tama? Hindi naman sila nagpapautang ng walang interest. Sir, what do you mean of underwriters? 'Di ba? Sila naman yung third party if you want to purchase stocks, 'di ba? For example, si Kenneth, no? Gusto niya bumili ng San Miguel Beer stocks or San Miguel Corporation stocks. So with that, he can be able to pay or he can be able to purchase the stocks through underwriters. All right. What do you think is the reason why kailangan pa ng underwriters? Or pwede naman kayo, no? Tingnan nyo. Kasi in the stock market, no, you need to have an underwriter, na third party, na sila yung magpa-process ng inyong stocks. Hindi kasi pwede na ikaw mismo ang pupunta directly. Okay? Pwede din, pero usually there is an underwriters. Yeah? That's why you will pay for the amount. Alright. Of course, you have banks, yung walang yung pera na inuhulog nyo sa bangko. You have insurance companies. Na, di ba now, namamayagpag ang insurance companies. Tama ba? O, sino ba sa inyo ang financial advisor? Meron ba? Di ba? Why? Aaron. Are you?
Sir.
Alright, akala ko, alright, patbaba yung picture mo. Alright. Alright. Why is it that insurance companies now, no, parang tumataas, no, lumalaki ang kanilang sales? What do you think is the reason? It is part of the financial market also. Why?
Sir, kung bakit sir lumalaki yung sales po? Sir, ng insurance?
Yes. Di ba dati, hindi naman pinapasin ng insurance, di ba? Di ba dati, insurance na naman. Pero now, wow, a lot of us, no, including me, no, I have insurance no, because my wife is a financial advisor. Yeah. So, tingin nyo, what is the reason why there is an increase in terms of insurance companies no, in the Philippines?
Sir, I think due to sir these recent sir events sir katulad po ng pandemic. So
All right.
sir yung health and life insurance sir is more beneficial po to
Yes,
sa mga
because of the
tao ngayon.
pandemic. Very good. Because of the pandemic, no. Pero sige, very good no. Pero hindi talaga yung pinaka All right, sige. Pwede because of pandemic. All right, Julia.
Sir, feeling ko po sir kaya po may increase din sa insurance kasi sir, depende din po sir sa age kung kailan ka kumuha
Age
ng
para kung
insurance mo. Kunwari sir, pag 21 ka pa lang, ito pa lang po yung mababayaran mo prior ay parang given na insurance for the
all right,
first
the age
year.
requirement. Yes,
Yes,
yes.
sir.
All right, very good. Sophia.
Sir, ano po, I think po kasi mas mulat na yung mga tao ngayon when it comes to insurance. Kasi
Mas
parang
mulat na yung
dati,
tao.
ano, parang tingin nila sa insurance scam lang. Pero yung 'pag nakikita nila yung benefits, parang naiengganyo
So,
sila.
namumulat na yung ay, malapit na si Fia. Hi. Alright, sige. Very good, no? Parang namulat na yung tao in terms of insurance. Okay? Jara. Jara, Memorias.
Sir,
Yes.
I think po, sir, ano po, para kasing it help, parang covers the cost
It
in
covers the
terms,
cost. Yes.
kunyari po, parang damage po sa property and liability claims, ganun po.
Alright. So, because of the COVID-19, yes. Alright. Sige, Audrey. Audrey, sorry.
Hi sir,
Mm-mm.
may honest opinion about bakit tumataas yung sales
Mm-mm.
ng insurance
Mm-mm.
ngayon is sa tingin ko kasi usually nowadays yung mga insurance ngayon meron na silang parang mutual funds that in where sa age na ganito, pagdating mo ng 30, may makukuha ka na ring cash, gano'n.
Alright. So,
Hindi lang puro sa health.
mm-mm. Alright.
Kapag
So, ano
yung
tawag doon?
investment,
Very good. Because of investment. Sige. Iba na. Sige, Andre muna. Andre. Thank you, Audrey
Sir,
ka.
feeling
Sige,
ko po
go.
kaya po dumadami po yung mga insurance companies
Mm-mm.
po. Kasi sir, ano po, di ba parang yung mga tao ngayon, mas naiisip po nila yung mga risks. So parang nag-help
Alright.
po yan para
So,
ma-manage
parang,
po yung mga
yes, very good.
unforeseen
Because
risk
of the
po.
COVID-19. Very good. How about Jewel?
Or
Last na
maybe because po yung nangyari po na pandemic ngayon, parang naging lesson po sa kanila. Kasi pwede po
Alright.
po yung insurance is parang nagre-reduce ng expenses in the long run. So parang
Mm-mm.
na
Very
na
good.
na-realize po siguro nila this pandemic na kailangan po talaga nila ng insurance in the future, in
Very
the long
good.
run.
Okay, very good, no? Kahit before pa ng pandemic, tama rin yun, no? Parang tumaas pa siya because of the pandemic. Pero alam niyo ba, kahit before pandemic, no, tumataas yung benta ng insurance. Why? Because, di ba dati, I remember, no, yung PhilAm Life lang, no? If you have your insurance, only life insurance only, no? Tama yung sinabi ni Audrey kanina, no? Now, because of the investment side, 'di ba? Parang two in one now, no? Basically, if you have your insurance, you have your investment already. Two in one na. Unlike before, I remember that was 10 years ago or 15 years ago, if you have your insurance, only life insurance. Pag namatay ka, pag may nangyari sa'yo, saka mo pala makukuha yung pera. But now, tama rin yan. Sabi nyo kanina, because of the age requirement, bata pa lang, you have now your insurance, you can be able to uh, uh, parang to receive the money, no? Kahit buhay ka pa. Ayan. That's the reason why insurance companies now parang increase no in terms of their sales because of the investment side. That's what you call VUL or variable. Ano tawag nun? Basta VUL yan eh. Variable something. No? Basta investment is now is very important no to offer to market. Very good, no? I like this. Honestly, I like this subject, no? Especially you. I like this class, no? You're very active. Kasi yung ibang klase, hindi naman sa ano, parang wala akong kausap. Alright, very good, no? Alright, also, fund managers, same as also underwriters is a fund managers. So basically, you have your fund. At the same time, you have your managers to fund para sila nagmo-monitor, 'di ba? Right. That's why here also financial market. So what are the products in terms of capital and money market? Ano nga 'yan? Pag capital market, it is more on long term,
long
'di ba?
term.
Right, very good. How about in terms of money market? It is your short
Short
term.
Short
term.
term po.
All right, very good. Long-term commercial bonds is you have your equities and you have your innovation. Ito yun, no? Now, because of the insurance companies now, there is an innovation wherein you can be able to purchase, you can be able to invest in insurance with investment already. All right. Di ba? Capital market because it is for a long term, which is capital market of equities and innovations, which is for long term. All right. How about in terms of profit or savings? Di ba, may pera ka? Di ba, Audric, pa may pera ka? Or profits ka? Anong ginagawa mo? Pumupunta ka sa bangko, which is the money market, which is your short-term market. All right. So primary in terms of the long term is basically investment bankers, you have underwriters, you have brokers, you have insurance companies, no? You have banks, no? You have savings and mortgage, you have pension funds. Secondary naman is stock exchange stocks. Di ba? It is for long term, ha? Wag kayong bibili ng stocks na for short term only. Okay? Over the counter, yan. That's basically a capital market. How about in terms of bank pa din, no? Sir, bakit parehas? Di ba? Pwede kang mag-deposit through bank, through savings account. And pwede rin naman bank, especially in terms of uh, purchasing a stocks no in bank, okay? Bangko and non-bank, di ba? Pwede kayong mangutang sa mga cooperative. Pwede kayong mangutang sa mga Bombay, di ba? Sorry, baka may Bombay dito, no? Anyway, yan. So that's basically a money market, no? All right. So far, any question about this? None? Malinaw ba? All right. Determinants of ano ba to? Sorry. Paano matanggal to? Ito. Determinants in terms of the market conditions. All right. Alam nyo ba, when you have your stock market, no, it will change. What is the reason why the stock market or the price of the stock market no, parang fluctuating? Minsan tumataas, minsan bumababa, minsan tumataas, hanggang tumataas, no? The stock price uh, of Jollibee Corporations, no, from 62.50 per stock price, and now eventually it increased to 320. My question is, what would be the reason why there's a fluctuating parang movement in the stock market? Alright, iba naman. Sige, si Justin naman. Alright, Justin.
Sir, dahil po sa market forces, parang sa supply and demand po. So, kung mas
Very good.
madaming tao yung mas gusto bumili ng stock.
Very good. No? That's the supply and demand. Number one yun, the supply and demand. Okay? The moment na madaming bumibili ng San Miguel, the moment na madaming bumibili ng Jollibee, so anong mangyayari? Tataas or bababa ang stock prices? Supply and demand. Tataas yon. Right. Very good. Tataas yon. Alright. Andre muna. Sige, Andre. You want to share? Sige. Andre, you want to add?
Sir, di lang po nababa. Sorry po.
Alright, sure. Hindi na baba. Alright. So, tama yan, ha? Tama yan. Sino kanina? Sorry. Sino nga yung medyo nawala na si Justin ba yan? Justin, no? Because of the supply and demand. Very good. Pero, but before that, no? Paano mo masasabi na there is a high demand of that particular stocks? Yes, tama din yun, no? Sabi ni Justin, supply and demand. Pero, paano mo masasabi na si Audric, si Andre, si Justin, si Aaron, si Sherry will buy San Miguel Corporation stocks? Because of kailangan mong sige, iba naman. Parang, si Kyla naman, si Kyla. Okay? Because of?
Sir, depende po sa performance ng company
Very
na
good.
particular.
Very good. You need to consider the performance of the company. Meaning, you need to study You need to study the behavior. You need to study the external factor. You need to study the internal factor of the company. Okay. Number one only is to consider the internal factor. So, ano internal factor? Okay? What if namatay si Henry C? Di ba? Di ba namatay si Henry C? Oh, bumababa or tumaas ba ang stock market ng SM? For sure, bumaba yun. Okay? Alright. That's for internal. Oh, let's say there is a uh, parang may welga, no? Strike. Is basically it will also affect the stock price of San Miguel or SM. Alright, what else? That's for internal factor, di ba? Tumaas yung benta ng beer, tumaas ang benta ng parang na-expand kayo sa ibang bansa. It is an internal factor that would affect no the stock prices. But no, take note of this. That's for internal only. How about in terms of external factor? Ito na yan. External factor or environmental factor. Alright, ano ba nangyari during the pandemic? Diba? Tumaas ba ang stocks or bumaba?
Bumaba, sir.
Bumaba. That's the environmental factors. That's the external factors that will also affect the stock prices. Alam nyo ba, I have stocks na matagal na. As in, lugi ako at the time of pandemic. No? Tung bumaba pa yung pera ko as from low as 40,000 loss. Diba? But now, eventually, tumataas na rin yung stock market ngayon. No? Yan. That's risk. No? That's risk in terms of the stock market. Diba? Kaya, if you want to invest in that particular stocks, you need to study. Kailangan mo pag-aralan ang company. Bago kayo magkaroon ng investment, no? Bakit? Let's say nag-invest ka sa mining. Alam mo na ang mining ay maganda. Pero pag yan ay pinasabog, may environmental factor, there is or it will decrease the value of it. All right. Environmental factors, no? Meaning political or regulatory. Something happened in your political, let's say, si Duterte nag-resign na. Alright, so that's a political, no? It will also affect the stocks. Okay, economic also is the economic or the fiscal policy of the government. It will also affect the stocks. Okay, social. Ngayon, di ba, because of the pandemic, lahat tayo ay nasa bahay lang. Di ba? So malamang it will affect also the stock price or stock market. Technological, yes, the technology of it, advanced technology, it will also affect the stocks, no? And environment. Yan. All right. Also, in terms of the market conditions, you will also consider industry factors. That's why you have rivalry among firms. So if you have competitions among your field, is also will affect the stock prices. Threat of new entrants. So let's say San Miguel ka, may pumasok na beer industry na mas malakas. It will also affect the it will also affect the industry or sorry, the company. Threat of substitutes, no? Let's say instead of drinking beer, si Audrey ay ano na lang, juice na lang. 'Di ba? Kung siya ay lasenggero dati, sabihin mo, tayo ay health conscious na, no? We need to drink juice na. Tama ba, Audrey?
Yes, sir, alak pa rin.
Alak pa din. Alright. Alright. Also, bargaining power of buyers also. So, yan. It will also affect, di ba? Because buyer, of course, it will have effect, no? Di ba, Audrey, no? Kung gusto mong uminom ng Red Horse, di ba? Araw-araw kang uminom ng Red Horse, you have the bargaining power. So, eventually, it will increase the sales of San Miguel. Tama ba? Ayan. What else? Bargaining power of suppliers, no? If you have a lot of suppliers, di ba? Yan. Alright. Ano tawag dito? Malamang alam nyo to. Ano tawag dito? That's part of your marketing. Camille, Bustos.
Sir, five forces,
Very
Porter's
good.
5 forces.
Very good. Porter's 5 forces. Yeah, very good. All right. And so, again, what would also be the factors that will affect your financial market? Global issues, the COVID-19, di ba? It will affect the financial market. Yung pagtaas ng gasolina, no? It will also part of the financial market. Geopolitics, international trade and finance, no? International monetary fund, yeah? Capital fund transfers, international trade, government intervention, no? Governmental policy, taxation, no? Spending of the government, it will also affect the financial market. Government monetary policy, interest rates, yan. Sorry. Foreign exchange pala. Bakit mawala to? Lang ha. Hello? Wala ako. Hello?
Hello, sir.
Alright, wait. Ba't wala yung video? Ito niyo ba ako? Ba't nawala yung video ko?
Wala yung video.
Wait lang. Ay, nawala yung video kanina. Alright, sige. Alright, next. Ito yung sinasabi kanina ni Miss Bustos, no? The five forces, no? The Porter's five forces, it will also affect, di ba? The business sector, no? That's why we need to consider this, no? The five forces. Alright. Also, the impact, no? Or factors of the financial market, no? You will also consider the risk involved if you want to invest to that, no? It's also you have your risk, no? And you have also return and cash flows. It will also affect the financial market, diba? Liquidity, no? Oh, diba sabi kanina, no? The higher the return, the higher the risk, no? What do you mean of liquidity pala? What do you mean of liquidity? Alright, so iba naman ha. Si Sophia naman, Sophia Villanueva.
Sir, liquidity means to, ano po, able sila maglabas ng pera or mag-pay on time.
Ano yan?
Ano po, capable sila maglabas ng pera or umiikot po yung pera sa company.
Alright, so capable to have the information, no? Capable in terms of money, no? So meaning ability by the company to pay for your obligations, right? Hello? Sorry. Hello. Can you hear me? Hi.
Sir.
Yes po,
Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir.
Kasi medyo may problema lang sa... Hello. Hello. Hi.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ano nangyari? Ito ha. Ayan. Hello. Hi.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Medyo malinaw ba? Anyway, baka may problema lang. Alright, next, you have your cost of financing also, no? Access to financing also is also part of the financial market, no?
And you have also the price and valuations. Okay? So that's basically part of the financial model. Problema sa kasi naririnig ko ay iba. Alright. How about this? Hello? Hello, hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Alright, sige. Medyo may problema lang sa ano. Alright, next. Alright. Next, no? Components of financial management. So, for the next 5 months, no? Ito yung ating discussions, no? You have financial planning. We will discuss about master budget. We will discuss about working capital. Kaya lang ito ay, sabi nyo, discuss na, di ba? Alright. So, we will discuss leverage. We will discuss about financial analysis. Since yung iba dito ay discuss na, no? Ni Ms. Ike. Tama ba? Diba, we discuss ba about FS analysis? Tama.
Yes, sir.
Alright, so this is basically the components of financial management. We will discuss about break-even. No? Some of these are to be discussed this semester. No? Yan, operating budget, sales budget, no? Production. Yan. So, yan. So, this is the summary of what we will be discussing. Okay? Capital budget. So, ito yung wala sa inyo. No? Tama ba? So, we will discuss about capital budgeting. Alright. Current asset management also. And short-term capital. So, next meeting, yes, ano pa? We will discuss more about the risk and return. But, next meeting is more about working capital or more on, capital budgeting pala. Okay? Alright. Also about this, now we also discuss about the return, okay, of measurement, risk management, time value of money, and value or value approach. So, in your capital budgeting, no, take note of this. Time value of money. No? Very important is the time value of money. And also we will discuss about the cost of capital, capital sources, and focus more on this capital expenditures or what to call capital or capital budgeting. Right. All right. What do you mean of capital structure theory? No? So basically, you have your long-term financing, you have your covenant, you have your features. No? So ito yung ating discussions, no, as part of the special topics, no, for financial management. We will discuss more about this, no, bonds and equities, okay? And also the dividend policy distributions, okay? The stock prices, the IPO, and the valuation methods. All right, and the preferred. And the last is all about long-term lease. All right. Also, we will discuss about acquisition, the business combination, takeover, and tender offer, the timing. So we will focus more on about the stock market, the anti takeover. No? We'll discuss about the investment strategies. Ang dami. Bankruptcy, all right, capitalization, restructuring, conversion, debt restructuring, and the organization. So we'll focus more on this later. All right. Also, other business modeling, you have left-hand financing, LBO. So, ang dami na rin gagawin, no? All right, for the next 5 months. All right. Also, we will discuss about the models, the IPO model. Okay. Sino ang nakakaalam about IPO model? Do you have information about IPO model? Bakit may tinatawag na initial public offering? Diba? Anyway. What do you mean of IPO?
Sir, first time.
Alright. Karen, that's?
Sir, yun po yung kaka-issue pa lang po ng company, sir.
Alright. To issue your stocks for the first time. Very good, no? You will issue that in public. That's IPO model. Alright. What is the reason why you will issue, no, the stocks to the public? Ba't may tinatawag na IPO? Pwede naman hindi i-offer sa iba. Pwede naman only your family corporation. Bakit kailangan pa, Andre, bakit kailangan pang
Sir, guess lang po.
Right.
Sir, para po makapag-raise pa po sila ng capital. Kasi sir, diba sa market po, ganun.
Alright, to raise capital, very good, no? To have more funding in terms of your let's say further expansion or to pay for your obligations. That's basically the reason why you have or you will offer it in public. That's why here the IPO model here is basically you have an input, you have process, you have your output. No, that's your company itself. No? In this company, is basically dapat ay you are efficient, you are effective in terms of converting your money. And of course, economy also. Why? Ano nga yung main goal ng financial management? To increase the market price, to increase the stock price of the company. That's why you will create the corporate value. At the same time, it is for the stakeholders. Diba? Para lahat tayo masaya. Tama ba, Cherry? You invest at San Miguel, okay? And then, nakita mo na the San Miguel stocks is increasing. Di ba masaya ka, Cherry?
Yes, sir.
Diba? That's the main goal of every company. Okay? That the stocks will increase as time goes by. It is for the stakeholders. Diba? Right. So go back again to our basic objectives of the financial management. To maximize the profit, to minimize the cost. At the same time, also to maximize the stock prices and to maximize the wealth of the company. Right. That's why here, financial management is basically you plan, you source, no? You allocate the funds, you control the funds, and you invest the funds. That's basically our main goal here as part of the special topics to financial management. No? You have plan, you have new laws, you have budgeting, you have risk assessment, you have investment, a lot more. No? And sabi nga ni Sherry, no, gusto niya malaki ang stocks niya sa San Miguel. That's why you have a firm value creation. Paano mo magagawin to? Through this, no? New laws, budgeting, risk assessment. And the main goal here is para maging masas Sherry. Yeah. Right. So, kailangan mo pag-aralan lahat ng companies. Right. That's why here, in terms of the financial management decision or model, ikaw to, San Miguel to, the firm of this, you have financial management, easy allocation of funds. And because of this, it is for or create value in your creditor and stakeholders. As you notice here, you create value because of the financial management, because of the funds that you will invest. Yeah. But because of that, yan, kailangan mo, Sophia, kailangan mong pag-aralan. Yan ba ay risky to invest? Para you have a return for it? Or you have, or you will assess the cost benefit also? Kaya lang, ano yung main goal mo, Cherry, diba? You will invest to San Miguel because you want also to have dividends. Tama ba? Hindi pwedeng mag-invest ka lang na wala kang return. Tama ba? Common sense. Diba? Yes. That's why in terms of dividends, no, you have an intermediation leveraging. That's why very important also to consider cost of funds and return. At the same time, you will create an economic value or economic value added, no, as part of this company. So yun yun. That's the main goal here, no? To be able to know, no? To be able to have this information that hello. Wala. Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir. Rinig po, sir.
Alright. Again, very important also is this, no? The economic value added. Alright, next. Again, go back to our objectives. Ulit-ulit. No? Our objectives here is to minimize the risk, no? To maximize the returns, and to formulate a firm value. Okay? At the same time, our goal here is to increase your stock price. That's why next meeting, I will group you, no? I will group you in terms of parang what you will do is to look for I will give you 10 million, 10 million peso, and then you will invest in the particular stocks. And then at the same time, dapat your objective is to increase the 10 million. All right. Masaya to, masaya. All right. That's why you have also financial management CAM model, no? Same then. You have resources, you have problem issues, you have use and sources, no? And you have financial health. So you have funds market, ano nga to? And you have capital market and you have money market. It is for a long term, it is for a short term. Tama ba? You have your debt and you have your equity. When you avail loan, you will also consider any interest. Tama ba? But if you want to accept owner, you will pay for dividends. Yan. So later, we will discuss about weighted average cost of capital. All right. Use, of course, profitability, liquidity, activity, and leverage. So ito ay discuss na sa inyo ni Ms. EK. Tama ba? That's your FS analysis, correct? Yes or no? Hello? Yes? Hi.
Hindi ko na po maalala, sir eh.
Mga ratios po, sir.
Leverage lang po.
Yun, mga ratios to. No? You have efficiency, you have economy, you have effectiveness. And after that, you have your return on investment. That's why you have your economic value added. Right. Corporate value. What do you mean of corporate value? So corporate value is basically all of this are all corporate value. If you have assets plus earnings, you have market value, you have intangible assets. So you have a 3.0. But the question is the intangible assets are part of value, or what you call corporate value. By the way, what do you mean of intangible assets? Anyone? What do you mean of intangible assets? Camille Joyce. What do you mean of intangible assets?
Sir, wait lang. Hindi ko pa po na ako.
Sir, ako po.
Alright, sure.
Wala pa po ang recitation.
Sige, go.
Intangible asset po, yun po yung mga walang physical form. Like for example, yung mga copyrights po, mga trademarks, patents.
Alright, very good. No physical substance, very good. Is intangible assets ba is part of the corporation value? Like, Lian? We consider ba intangible asset as a corporate value? Yes or no? Anyone? Is intangible assets?
Yes po, sir.
Yes, the answer is yes. No, why? John, no? Why? Why, John?
Kasi po, pag corporate value, parang ano siya, mahalaga po siya sa like company po. Minsan yun po yung pinanggagalingan po ng cash po.
Very good.
Like asset po, ganun.
Yes, it is part of your assets of the company, especially the goodwill. No? What do you mean of goodwill? Bakit may goodwill? No? Brand equity, the future earnings potential, market dominance, the location, the track record, the org capital, the human and intellectual capital. No? All of this are part of the corporation value. All right. How do we create naman goodwill as part of the tangible assets? Paano ka mag-create ng goodwill? Through, we will discuss that later, through merger and acquisition. BPI, the the PNB, the Philippine National Bank acquired the Allied Bank. So the PNB created a goodwill. Why? Because Allied Bank is a good company also. If you have a merger and acquisition, you created goodwill because of the track record of the employees, the org capital, the human and intellectual capital, the location of the office. Eventually, it will become part of the intangible assets. Right. I think we are done. Sige. Any question? Next meeting, we will discuss about risk and return, no? The principles of investment. Be ready, no? Be ready to study about risk and return, okay? Because for me kasi gusto ko muna i-group muna kayo. Maybe on Tuesday, I will group you na lang muna, and then mag-usap muna kayo, no? Mag-usap
Sir?
kayo. Yes, question.
Sir, anong app yung gagamitin po about dyan?
We will do we will do manual. I will give you the Excel. What you will do on Tuesday is I will group you muna. Okay? I will group you and then you will meet. I have here naman, pwede ba dito mag-breakout rooms? So, breakout rooms, pwede. Alright, then mag-usap kayo for the 1.5 hours. Then you create your own company. Okay? I will give you 10 minutes. I will give you naman the procedures on what to do next meeting. Afterwards, on Thursday, we will discuss about this para maganda yung usapan natin about the stocks. Right. Any questions so far?
Wala naman, sir.
So we are done with the module 1. Next, we are now in module. So if not, wag naman na, I will group na on Monday para you enjoy naman yung weekend mo. May klase ba kayo Sabado?
Yes, sir. Meron.
Ay, dapat wala naman. Alright, sige. Alright, so if not, thank you very much and hope you learn.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you po, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you po.
Thank you po.
Alright.
Thank you, sir.